Oh, shut it up. Oh, oh my fucking god, I didn't realize you'd gone straight live.
That's right.
Oh, what are you doing?
Check this out.
Oh, fuck you.
And I should have played a song, and I didn't play a song, and Nancy.
Up to now, the plan went all right, and we tried to put it all together one night.
Guys?
One we know something was definitely wrong. Something definitely wrong.
Hello? I feel like I'm on an alternative fucking planet right now.
You're like you're on an alternate planet. I have no idea what's going on.
What the fuck? One minute I'm up here by myself, the next minute we're fucking live. Like, what happened?
I didn't know you were up here by yourself. I knew I was late because I've had outside distractions. Godfather. And I've got a good song in the background. And that's all I've got, really, to be honest. Oh, no. That's really sad.
Yeah, that's meant to be Cousin It, guys, with filter teeth, but that didn't come out very well. I look more like Gonzo or something instead.
Holy shit, I missed all of that too. Oh no. I missed all of that. I'm not. No.
Right, let's be real. You just wanted everybody to catch me out singing.
But I didn't know you were doing it. That's what's got me absolutely screwed up. I have no idea. Okay, I'm going to start again. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Sundowner for the 31st of May.
Hi, guys. And yeah, this is usually us just fucking about in the background first, but clearly that's just happened straight up.
Welcome to our mental state. Oh, no.
But music in the background could probably be slightly lower. Just so we can
music in the background was Johnny Cash's Bits of Car. So, you know, that kind of explains everything, to be perfectly honest.
Fair enough.
It does. Okay.
The stream needs to share, Andrew.
I think we all need to share, to be honest. Okay.
Is it possible to turn down the background music a little? Let me translate. Cass's muting. Whoa, shut it up.
Please. Okay. All right. I'm going to throw out the first of the slides. Man, no,
Cool.
just for that, you can read it, Jill.
Oh, crap. Hang on. Yep. I actually grabbed the proper link that is in this too. Hang on. I've got to go full screen. Oh, that's not going to help me go full screen. Oh, hang on. You've clicked forward. And again. There we go. No, can't read that. Even on full screen.
Holy shit balls. Okay. So, the short version, I can't read it either, to be honest, because the way it's all set up is just way too small. The short version of this is on the Telegram group, but the voice was predetermined. And this is a copy of a booklet that farmers in the West Australia area received last week that tells them if they want to do anything, they have to get permission. And when it comes to anything, that means anything that disturbs the ground. So, yeah, I know, man. The whole point of this is it's all on the Telegram page. We're copying pictures across. We can't always guarantee that they're going to be huge and visible. Sorry.
Hang on. I might have it. I'm sure if I can saved it. I'm just having a look through my thing now. See if I can find it. Just gotta find the right fucking file.
So we drove up town just to get the tag, and I headed to right over.
Oh, dear me. Smart ass. 2 fingers work just as well as 3, apparently, Mad. Just saying.
No, that was originally a Twitter post. Maybe I saved it in Telegram.
Okay.
I don't know what I've done with it. Sorry, we'll just have to move on.
That was a good one. Well, yeah, this one again. It's up on the Telegram page. It came to me from a West Australian group, a West Australian farming group, and there's a fair bit of concern about that whole thing there. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's basically giving the Aboriginal cultural heritage claim over all land to do any more work, fencing, all that kind of stuff. So many different parts of it. They now need to get the site looked over, which is going to cost them money to work out whether or not or how much thereof of their land is now protected by these now.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the whole point. And I've got something later on in the show tonight that's a very similar thing that was lined up a lot of years ago. So, just for context.
Yeah, it's gone on messed with a lot of business, farms and whatnot.
Oh, it has.
And even a tiny little bit of land, like it could literally be like a centimetre square in your yard.
Well, that's what it comes down to. You know, we've all got people who've got property that they've supposedly bought and own. That's not so much secure. So, okay, this is a bit of a funny one. This one, I'll let you do that, Amanda.
All right, let me go full screen again. Okay, so the air antenna thing, property of the US government, keep out. It's a high-tech machine to spy on our enemies. Oh, sorry, after, what is that thing? And why is it pointed at my house?
By the average person on the street.
I crossed the empty street
That's a funny one. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it took me back to
How are you doing, Sid?
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. All right, this one I'm happy to do.
Oh,
This is coming from the West Australian freedom movement. I really can't remember very exactly where, to be honest. But the title is Report by the Senate Standing Committee on Constitutional and Legal Affairs on the feasibility of a compact or Makarara between the Commonwealth and the Aboriginal people. But this was written in the late 70s. So put that into context with A, what we know, and B, what's going on currently. So, on the 26th of March 1981, the chairman of the I can't even say that properly. The MAC Makarala Subcommittee, Reverend Cedric Jacobs, issued a press release stating that the government's failure to accept some of the specific proposals put forward by the MAC for inclusion in its Makarata proposal would not deter the MAC from establishing its own priorities. The MAC would continue to pursue these proposals as well as the concept of Aboriginal ownership of the Australian continent prior to white settlement. So I put these in there just for the context of this is what has been put out there. The whole document is very well worth reading. I did it many years ago. There isn't much change, but the movement is being hijacked to further their own interests and strip everybody of their own rights. So it's a triple-edged sword. It's not just a double-edged sword, it's a triple-edged sword. It doesn't matter which way you turn these days, you're going to get screwed by somebody. That's my short version.
agree with that.
Yeah. So, again, these two images, they're up on the Telegram page. The whole document is there as well, so I would go and have a look at that, guys.
And Evie, I kind of agree with that statement. I know that's how they consider us, but in the context you've written it, no.
Yeah, I agree. We're not putting that out for that very reason. I'm sorry, I don't glass that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one. Oh my lordy, this is an interesting one as well. Thankfully, it's a video, so I can kind of try and compose myself. Because it's obviously you'll all understand there's been a bit of an interesting run into this. This one was taken yesterday, and to the best of my knowledge, it was taken in Perth last night. It's well worth a watch. Even if it was a little bit older, it's well worth a watch. Here we go.
Hello. Well, finally got a little studio going. It's not finished, but you know what? I'm not going to wait till it's finished to use it. However, I'm here with some very important information. So, at the Irish Club tonight, we've got some very, very shocking information. So shocking, my hat's already off. The information is regarding your deeds with your property. It regards, do you have proper ownership of things? Or, we just found out that the United Nations may own your property. Well, tonight I'm just going to give you a little clip from the Irish Club, and I'd like to put the hands out to the person who ran that event, who got this information out, the Pink Panther, Martin. Because you know why? He kept going. Not many people turned at this event, and he's just trying to help people. However, right now, that's not the important bit. The important bit is the information that we have, or I have right now. And I'm going to get this everywhere, and I want you to share the link everywhere. This is vital to the survival of Western Australia and any person who owns their house. This is vital to prevent the 15-minute cities. It is vital that we get this information out now. So, further ado, I give you the information.
Look at any colonies. Come on, Dennis.
Hello, I came up from Andrew and I've got no speech prepared. It was just that I was at a meeting of Rod Cullerton on Thursday night. I'm not a member or anything, he just had open house, he wasn't promoting his political party at all. He wanted to tell us that we're in serious trouble because our property rights are being handed over, we lose them on August 1st. They'll be handed over to a group called COAG, who headquarter office is in Bonn, Germany, and it's part of the United Nations. They have an office in New South Wales now, and they run all our titles. Now if you have a copy, just a copy of your title of your house, it is now useless, will be useless. And if you have an original copy, that is useless as well. You have to have the deeds that is going right back to the first owner to have a bit more security. However, every lot in Australia, you know how you have a lot number? Well, they're all registered at the UN. And we could lose our house and you could have a rental, migrants move in. So no wonder Albo is not worried about the 150 immigrants housing situation, they're all moving in with us. But we got to stand up, and we haven't got much time, I know, but if you go on the GAP website comments, and I've got the secretary, Rod's secretary's email address, I can give out to a few so you can make your own inquiry. He's got a petition. We've got to work hard, and we've got to wake up one of them is asleep and tell them about this. They might become awake. People with mortgages are going to lose their house. And also, if you're renting, you've got to check with the owner if they've got the deeds, because if they haven't only got a copy, you could be out and an immigrant could be in. So this is really scary. But Rod says we have the rights, and we've got to gather thousands of people together to get up to Parliament House before then, the August the 1st, and we've got to walk into Parliament, and they're not allowed to leave, those politicians, until they drop that bill. That's what we have to do. I am not familiar with the sheriffs and that group, because of just being in Mandurah. So I'm going to try and get to them so we can get something together. So people who've got their emails addressed, try and keep in contact with them and Rod to see when a date can be done for this, our visit to the Parliament House, because apparently under the Constitution we have the rights. And also there is, if you go into events, there biodiversity policies coming in. From next year it'll be illegal to grow tomatoes because you use too much water. And so, and that is Australia-wide, that includes the farmers, that means we'll be importing. But that means we could be getting one of John Kerry's, who's one of the elite corporates, whose wife owns Heinz, and all their tomatoes are getting injected with mRNA. So you've got to learn how to be a sneaky leaky and grow some tomatoes so you can eat healthy. So it's just a warning, and everybody that is on the event spot, and everybody can attend the Parmelia at the Hilton to go to that new bill being introduced. And I haven't got the date because I've only just been to Rod Cullerton's meeting in very short notice, and so I haven't managed to be prepared. So I just wanted to tell you what's coming, and us, we have to stand up, but Rod says, with our freedom, Bruce, we're too small. So he says, with this property, and with the farmers losing their rights, we got to tell someone who's asleep, and, you know, bring our families back together, so we can stand together and get our houses back, and what is ours. Otherwise, say goodbye. Okay, that's all I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, and may God bless you, and may God bless Pete Panther, because he's doing everything that God wanted and wants. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
So I hope you all paid attention there. You're about to lose everything. Or you can get on board. Got a web address here. I'm going to leave on the bottom. Get involved right now. It's the same one she said on the speech there. And get on board now. Get the petition going. We need to hit this very hard, very fast. We don't even have enough as a Freedom Alliance. We need all our families, all our friends on board. We need to wake them up to this is happening. It's happening now. They're going to take your homes. If you disagree with them, they will take your homes. It is so crazy. This stuff is crazy, insane. But you've got to put the lines together. First of all, the Chinese release a coronavirus. They take economic controls. Then they buy up land care. Very
Sorry, guys. I didn't realize it was going to take it out there and then, but yeah.
Well, it's not the first time we've heard anything like that, and no doubt it certainly won't be the last. But given all the rules have already been, or regulations that have been changed through the emergency health laws in Australia, it's going to be a lot easier and to get people out of the way to do and, you know, make it so that it can be done without them even knowing too.
Exactly.
And yeah,
and
man,
that's not even now.
I fucking love it. Shocking. Sorry.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's not even counting what is already in place that we don't know about. So, there's that as well.
Oh, I absolutely agree, Tam.
And I'm not, why am I not up on? No.
Hoping it doesn't go to that, but yeah, yeah. Enjoy
No,
your dinner.
I'm sorry, Tanya. I agree because that's what it's going to take. I've had that conversation twice today. I think that's what he is going to take. I really do.
I've got no doubt it's going to get to that point at some point. I'm just hoping that there's folks doing everything they can beforehand to at least prevent it as long as possible.
We can only hope. We really can. That said, our next video.
Yeah, I saw that too, Chris.
Got nothing.
God help
Prime
us.
Minister of New Zealand, and we love you, New Zealanders that
Yeah,
watch.
we love the people in New York and Seattle.
There
too.
he is. There she is, and she has allowed the most extreme abortion law in the world.
Jacinda
This is the
Ardern.
Prime Minister of New Zealand. Abortions will now be available on demand for any reason up to birth. Sex-selective abortions will be legalized, meaning if you find out you're having a boy and you want a girl, you can abort the baby. If you're having a girl and you want a boy, you can abort the baby.
It's murder.
The current 20-week limit for disability-selective abortion will be scrapped, and abortion will be available up to birth for disabilities including a cleft lip, a club foot, and Down syndrome. There will be no requirement that a doctor be involved with providing an abortion. How insane. How many women are going to die from that? There will be no legal requirement that babies born alive after a failed abortion will be given medical support. There will be no legal requirement that pain relief be given to babies being aborted between 20 weeks and birth.
And they can feel pain at that time.
There will be no legal restrictions on controversial methods of abortion such as intact dilation and extraction abortions, also known as partial birth abortion. That's when you allow a baby to be partially born and then you kill it, and then and you do that for the harvesting of the parts.
Again, this is where the world is at right now. They've pushed abortion and no women's rights. And they've pushed so many things through just because it gives people rights. But what's the end game? That's my question.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
Yeah, it is. It really is. The whole thing is messed up. Let's be real.
Yeah. Oh, far out, Chris. Not surprised.
Really. No, neither am I, to be honest. Okay, next. Sorry. And I had to make this note for myself because I knew I would forget. So this is a bit of a heartwarming one, and then we've got a funny one after this.
Cool.
No, I need to go and find it. Here we go. Oh, for fuck's sake.
The crickets are a perfect background for this, hey, when you want to say things but are shutting your mouth. Just keep on twerking. Not twerking, chirping. Oh my God.
Right, you said it, girl, not me. You said it. Oh my God. Okay. I need to work out how to share this. Holy shit. Sorry, guys. You all need to be aware I've got a few extra stresses in play here right now. Okay. And can we say that?
I'll say it over.
Holy shit. Can we say that?
I can see a black screen. So you are sharing, but there's nothing.
Oh my God, Father, why is that not sharing?
There you go. We don't have sound though, if you're meaning to that. Oh, hang on. I don't know if I'm meant to be hearing it or not. Oh, look at that. So it's from Daily Loud. Incredible moment captured on video as a shark takes an injured sea turtle to humans on a boat so they can help save it.
I'm showing this on Telegram. I can't answer shit. Oh, why did you do that, Don?
Oh, look at that. It's caught up around its neck. Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nasty. Far out. Ugh. Yeah, absolutely, man.
Okay. I'm sorry. I thought that was actually a little bit heartwarming.
Yeah, it is. It was just queasy to watch the cotton go into the neck.
I'm hearing you. Like, yeah.
But yeah, good to see that. Shit, that was caught around. It was removed, and that the injured turtle was released.
And my mouse is not working. Yay!
What's wrong?
Because I drowned it for coffee this morning. Yay!
Hey.
I drowned it in coffee this morning. Remember?
Oh yeah, yep.
Oh, exactly. Okay. And I actually know where I'm at today, which is a start. Yay! I do have a video to show, and that's the last of what I've got set up here today. So
cool.
I know, for once I'm onto it. Woohoo. Doesn't happen often, guys. Don't get used to it.
All right, I'll share that for you. There we go.
Oh, thank you. We're ready?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
Stepping down as Premier and as member for Rockingham. I was elected as Premier of Western Australia in March.
Silence! Nobody gives a stuff about you or your stupid little stories. Now take your little mask and shove it right up your ass.
As a young naval officer, when I drove across the Nullarbor in my Corolla.
Doesn't know when to stop talking, just continues running at the mouth like verbal diarrhea.
In June 1991.
Get the fuck out of here!
Set. I'd like to welcome everyone here today as we stand on the lands of the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people.
You really are a fat bastard.
We acknowledge our elders past, present and emerging and remind ourselves this is...
For the love of God! Can somebody shove a tray of donuts down this virtue signalling slobs pie hole.
Many of you would know by now that I'm stepping away for a little while.
Thank God! That's one less taxpayer-funded pain in the ass we have to put up with.
Am I stupid? I must be missing the point. It is the core of my being. It is respect.
I've had just about enough as I can take from this self-absorbed crybaby.
You went full retard, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going insane. How in the hell did we get here? I think the chairman's just barred up.
Oh.
So grab a cold one and park your ass in the fart sack and prepare yourself for the 19th episode of Dickhead of the Week. Why are these hapless half-wits standing around clapping for this dickhead with the comb-over?
I don't know.
Alrighty, let's pop down into the debt capital of the nation and see how much the round-shouldered charlatan has rooted the economy.
Okay, do you put a levy on the top 5% of businesses, or do you cut hospitals and schools? And the answer to that is very clearly, we don't cut hospitals and schools.
Let's face it, let's say the word out loud. The corruption of this Victorian government and this Premier.
Any land tax is fully tax deductible, depending on the way in which they have their affairs arranged.
What type of an idiot votes for this lying sack of shit?
I'm hopeful that what he said, if he does, it will be really good for the Melbournians and the Victorian as a whole.
Oh, the humanity! Now sit your ass down before I shove that cup of Dilma down your throat!
Well, I did lock people in their homes for a couple of years, mate, and I didn't do that. I did it because it was the right thing to do.
I dare you to say that to my face!
I did it because it was the right thing to do. Right thing to do.
I was out for a walk with Kath last night. Within the curfew, within the pace, wearing a mask. Well, I did lock people in their homes for a couple of years, mate.
Alrighty! I wonder if our Prime Minister and his comb-over are still in the country.
We are going to take you live to Hiroshima in Japan, where the Prime Minister has just touched down ahead of the G7 meeting.
Of course he's not! What's this grinning pea-head doing in Japan?
I have a basket of diarrhea.
No! Is this hair-sniffing creep still alive?
Taking you live now to Japan, where Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and US President Joe Biden are holding bilateral talks on the sidelines of the G7 summit in Hiroshima.
Oh no! Is Joe going to tell Albo about Hunter's Bukkake video?
And the kids used to come up and reach in and pull and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again.
Oh, that's great to hear, Joe. Maybe you and Hunter can come along to one of Chairman Dan's drag queen story hours.
What the hell's going on here?
I begin by acknowledging the traditional owners on the land on which we meet. Oh, shut up, man! What in the hell is going on here? It looks like more of our tax dollars have been pissed up against the back fence.
I said to my friend the Prime Minister before, the last time I saw someone on the stage here was Bruce Springsteen, and he didn't get the welcome that Prime Minister Modi has got.
Bruce Springsteen! Bruce Springsteen! Bruce Springsteen! Pay for electricity. For the love of God! Can somebody get this B-grade actor the hell off the stage? Doesn't this moron realise there's a cost of living crisis and a climate emergency.
Last time that happened, dinosaurs roamed the earth.
Bruce Springsteen! Bruce Springsteen!
Let's talk about housing, Prime Minister.
Now clean up your dog shit and get back to work!
I'll hand you over to Chris and that's all.
Thanks very much, Jim.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
Well, as Jim said, this is all about reducing bills and reducing emissions.
What in the hell is wrong with this little ass puppet? It looks like he might have an electrified, renewable cable plugged up his ass. What words of wisdom does this fork-tongued little snake mouth have to offer?
This is ultimately all about giving Australians better choices.
What the hell are you talking about?
Better choices of cars which are better for the climate and better to drive and more cost efficient.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. I'll park 2 of these shit heaps next to my Commodore. Somebody stop him. Why did this climate midget take his nuclear energy video off his Twitter account? Oh, that's right. It's because he's full of shit.
An electric vehicle costs around $400 a year to drive.
Dickhead!
Baby Otto.
Cheaper electricity. Yeah, I think you've had to say.
Sorry.
Hey, Tony. Thanks.
And thanks to these magnificent bastards for their loyal support, and especially you, JF, you little ripper.
This isn't just a story about an ABC presenter or an Indigenous man or the ABC as an institution. I think it raises some very deep questions about racism, the role the media plays in...
Silence! Now pull that bottle of Chardonnay out of your ass, love!
And these are really, really heavy and important issues that we need to be talking about.
No, they're not! We just have to get dickheads like you and this wanker off the telly and replace your shit programs with reruns at the Bush Tucker Man! Now get the hell out of my sight! Dickhead! Bruce Springsteen! And good riddance to the poo-jabbing leprechaun!
Now, it's been 6 months since I've been here to announce the...
I'm tipping that's not the first time he's had a Bukkake Supreme in the face!
It's just not right.
Yeah, but it was. And these people are worried about the drag queens indoctrinating and sexualizing children.
Yes, we are!
He forgot to add Koshi to the mix. Well, maybe he hasn't yet. I think we've got a signal drop. Pause.
These people...
Get the fuck...
Ooh, who is this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't do this. I'm sorry. I'm a man of God. I can't do this.
Oh, no.
Even Denzel Washington's dad knows the difference between a hairy ball sack and a mangina.
It's time to stand up and be a man of God.
Over to you, Marianne.
Thanks very much, Premier. And the good news is, of course, that you can get both your flu and your COVID vax at the same time. There's still...
Silence! Get the fuck out of here! Bruce Springsteen!
What is the government advising us now about the need for the next COVID booster?
Oh, no! What's this? Limp-wristed, insipid, COVID cretin doing back on the telly?
Well, that's the point.
it's really more about boosters than it is about the fifth dose. And what they're saying is, if you haven't had a vaccination or natural infection in the last 6 months,
you're still here?
Then you should wait probably until June to have your booster shot.
It's over.
If you get a shallow curve, but it goes on for longer, more people are infected.
Go home.
I think I demonstrated to the Victorian community really clear.
Get the fuck out of here! Oh! I could watch this all day!
People who are driven by hate will always be overcome by people driven by love.
By all means, off with his head. And don't forget the scrotum.
I stand. I stand. We stand. Oh, shut up! And get back to work and producing your pathetic garbage shit programs! Do us all a favour and go and stand under a collapsing wind turbine! I stand. I stand. I stand.
The world is full of assholes, Ray. You didn't realise that.
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
Well, I did lock people in their homes for a couple of years, mate. Because people let them get away with it.
That's just not fair.
Bruce Springsteen!
This pandemic is not over.
Get the fuck out of here!
To announce
We were talking earlier about Anthony Albanese calling out.
Stop.
That was it. That's what I've got. I'm sorry, guys. I've had a very long and different day, so yeah, I do apologise for not being my normal, usual self.
You're all right, sweetheart. It's been good.
But that was it.
I'm going to let you do the outro song, and this time I'm going to keep my finger well away from the end broadcast button until I hear it's finished.
Okie dokie. Well, I will hit the button on both. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. I apologize. It's just been one of those days, weeks, months, years, whatever you want to call it. But thanks for joining us. I'll see you all tomorrow.
Take good care, guys. See you next week.